Anything this weekend, this Sunday, please take the time to thank a veteran.
Yeah, whether that's a stranger, somebody in your own family, the men and women who have fought on our front lines keep freedom free. And every year, the Gaylord Middle School takes a pause from class to recognize some of those local veterans. Chloe Keipel went to today's emotional, moving ceremony.
Ready, arms, aim, hut, aim, present, arms.
It teaches them all about patriotism and about, honor and sacrifice for the things you believe in. God and country.
You've got young veterans, old veterans, young people, older people, and they're together, they're talking. There's no age difference.
Gaylord Middle School's Veterans Day Assembly at the Ellison Place honored more than 250 veterans.
I'm honored and humbled at, the fact that all of these students and these people would put on such an event like this for people like me.
Classes stopped for the morning so students could recognize the neighbors who sacrificed so much to keep our freedom.
It's quite humbling, and I'm just honored that I have the opportunity to be able to come to events like this.
The students learned from the veterans, too.
I served in the United States Army from 1976 to 1984. As a combat engineer. I served in Georgia, Alaska, Central America, in Europe. I served in the Army National Guard in both Texas and Michigan.
And it's learning about history from the men and women who are on the front lines.
It means a lot. These guys have given a big chunk of their life for their country and for us. And they've never asked for anything in return.
God bless America. I do have to say that since I moved to northern Michigan has to be one of the most supportive communities of veterans I have ever been around in my life. So we are thanked on a daily basis, and that's greatly appreciated.
In Gaylord, Chloe Keipel, The 4.
They're just special. It just makes me all emotional.
When you hear the taps like that, especially with people who have more than likely lost friends.
Oh, absolutely.
In some of these combat exercises, it's just it hits a very special place.
Absolutely. Yeah, and every day should be Veterans Day in my opinion because they are our greatest heroes.
And I would do a lot of work with them in Michigan Honor Flight. And I've said to them time and time again, we shouldn't have the need for these advocacy groups. Everybody should just, out of the goodness of their heart, thank you, because the cost of freedom is awfully high.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you, veterans,
thank you.
and we will have more from Chloe in Gaylord coming up.
All right, Melanie, thank you. Well, Veterans Day is Sunday. I wanted to say a big thank you to my own grandfather, Chuck Tinker Sr., who fought. It's a time in general to remember and to honor those who have fought and protected our freedom. Gaylord Middle School stops what they're doing every year for a big ceremony honoring more than 200 local vets. This year was their biggest event yet, and Chloe Keipel brings us more about this special tradition.
Good afternoon. Veterans Day is this weekend, and Gaylord Middle School is celebrating early. There's about 250 veterans here. This is something that Gaylord Middle School does every single year, and this is their principal, Jerry Bellinger. Tell me about this tradition.
We started it 22 years ago. We used to have it in our gym, and as the program grew and our numbers grew, we expanded it, and the community came together and came to the Ellison Center, which is just a beautiful, where we can accommodate our parents and all of our veterans and all of their families. So this is our first year in this venue, but the tradition that we've established with our kids of teaching some of the old-fashioned values of patriotism, love of country, and that all of this didn't just happen, that there was sacrifices, and these men and women paid those sacrifices of military service, and it's just our small way to say thank you and a tribute that our 500 student body in St. Mary Cathedral School is joining us this year also. Just all the kids in Gaylord to give a tribute to our veterans and say thank you.
What do your students learn by participating in this every single year?
Yeah, you know, they meet veterans, and they meet some of the men and women that made history. And the conversations that they have, we always make sure that there's a lot of time for them to communicate, and the veterans share stories with them, because that's living history that our kids gain. That's tenfold what you can get in a textbook. When someone's telling you that they stormed the beaches of Normandy or they were at the fall of Saigon, we have those heroes here to explain that. And also our peacetime veterans that, you know, just because it wasn't during war, they paid a sacrifice too to serve. So we honor all that today, and our kids, it is an impact with our kids. We have kids now that come back who are soldiers that say, I remember when we were a part of that program too. So it's gone full circle. And for our little Gaylord community, we have people that come from all over the state, from Indiana, Pennsylvania, that have joined us over the years for this tribute, and it's just really blossomed into a wonderful tradition.
If you could explain the vibe in this room right now,
We're blessed. We're blessed with these veterans that have protected us and made our homes and our values and our way of life. And the kids are nervous about today because it's their first time here, and they all do an activity together as a tribute. So it's exciting in here. It's a little somber with some of the veterans that we've lost from last year, but just a big family, a big community celebrating our military.
Thank you so much, Principal Jerry. Freedom's certainly not free, and especially in election week, we have to remember that we have this right because of our veterans. Thank you so much.